What is up, everybody? Bandit and Chad here. So as you saw in the last video that went up on Sunday night, I do have my new grill installed from Bay Area Metal Fabrications, and I'm really impressed. I absolutely love the grill. I've gotten all kinds of compliments about it, and it sounds like a lot of you all were actually using me as a test dummy to figure out if you should order the grill yet or not. Well, that's kind of what I'm here for. You know, you all did pay for the grill through your support of my channel, which I greatly appreciate, and I'm glad I could help out. Whatever you want to see done to the truck next, be sure and let me know. We'll be doing the next mod video probably within the next month or two, and so be thinking about what you want to see and let me know about that. So here's another shot of that grill. As you can see, we have the quicksand insert there, and it does match the truck pretty good even on this kind of overcast day. One thing that's already bothering me though is, as you can see, we still have the chrome badging over there on the side and a black grill. So when you have the chrome grill and the chrome badging, it doesn't look nearly as bad. However, with the black grill and the chrome badging, I'm definitely not a fan. So I guess this poses a little bit of a question. What do you all want to see? Do you want to see it plasti dipped as far as the badges are concerned? You want to see them gone completely? Do you have any other ideas? I'm pretty much open. Just let me know. I do need to do something because I really don't like that look. But overall, I think the truck's looking pretty good. Also, I was talking about trail damage a little bit. Here's a picture of my wheel here. As you can see, it is a little bit scuffed up from our time in Harlan, but that's just something that comes with the territory. You know, if you are going to be off-roading these trucks, little minor things like that's going to happen. You know, I don't have any dents or missing paint or anything around the body of the truck. You know, that's really a pretty minor thing, but it is something that, you know, in time I'll probably change because I do want more of an offset wheel at some point. In other news, Chad does have his seat covers on now, and you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, the seat covers have been working out really well for me. I really do enjoy them. They are very comfortable. I feel like I still have the original comfort of the seat. It hasn't really changed at all. So, yeah, they're fantastic. And as they advertise, you know, if you get anything wet on them, it just kind of beads right off. You can just kind of wipe it right off, and there's no marks any whatsoever, and doesn't get warm in the sun like some of you guys have been asking. It's they're very comfortable seat covers, and I would highly recommend them. They may seem pricey, but I think they're worth the investment.
I agree, and I did have some other seat covers on my last truck, and they got really hot over long drives. I can definitely vouch that they don't do that at all. Like you said, you know, whether it's in the sun or whether it's from you sitting on them or whatever, it's not a huge deal, and they definitely don't get any warmer than the stock fabric. Also, since I have the technology package in my truck, I do have heated seats, and the heat goes through them really well, and I'm really impressed by that. So right before I'm making this video, I did get on the Toyota website and was kind of messing around with the configurators that you could have with the 4Runner and the Tacoma and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, the TRD Pros still are not up in our area, at least for the configurator, but I was messing around a little bit with the trail trim level of the 4Runners, and as an option or an accessory or whatever it's considered, you can actually get the TRD Pro suspension with that. So that would give you the Fox shocks and the upgraded springs and everything like that, but on the trail model and not necessarily exclusively to the TRD Pro. So what that would allow you to do is, essentially, the TRD Pro starts around $40,000, but every one I've seen is at least $45,000, at least on the sticker, and who knows what you're going to end up paying for it. But the trail models are, you know, mid-30s to high 30s, depending on what options you get. And that means you could have a 4Runner that would perform like a TRD Pro for a lot less price, which is actually pretty enticing if you are interested in a 4Runner. So as many of you all are probably aware, the frames on the older model Tacomas, both the first and the second generation, as well as a couple of the Tundra frames and the other Toyota trucks, really experienced some bad rust issues. A lot of them were because the undercoating wasn't done properly from the factory and ended up rusting out pretty bad, causing holes in the frame, all kinds of structural issues and everything else. Most of them they thought were caught, but apparently that's not the case, and Toyota ended up settling for a $3.4 billion settlement to take care of those frames. So if you do have one and you haven't gotten the proper coverage, I would assume that's coming pretty shortly, and hopefully they'll get that taken care of for you. it is really unfortunate that that happened. My last truck actually, the 2005 that I talk about occasionally, did have a pretty bad rust issue, and actually the entire frame ended up getting replaced. I know a couple of my other buddies did, just have the undercoating work fixed or whatever. But that's not a real good situation to have. Hopefully we don't have that with the new 3rd generation trucks, and hopefully Toyota learned their lesson. But overall, hopefully we get it fixed. That's the most important part, and we'll keep the other tacos on the road. So in other news, it sounds like the Nissan Titan is really doing well, and a little bit of the pricing was released. So the pricing for the single cab trucks, both the gas motor and the Cummins V8 turbo diesel, have been released. Do you have the prices there?
Yeah, it says for the Titan, not the XD, it's $30,775 for the introductory price, and the XD is $32,285.
So those prices are just for the 2-wheel drive model and the base model of the truck. But that kind of gives you a good, starting point, and obviously it goes up a lot from there with the Pro 4X package and everything like that.
So new for the 2017 model year, the Ram Rebel is getting a new color called Mojave Sand. It's going to pretty well match the color of your truck, and so it'll look pretty cool. In addition to that, the Power Wagon, their pricing has been announced at $53,015 for the 2017 model year, and they are getting a facelift in that truck. So no longer will we have the crosshair grille that Dodge is known for. It's going to be the branded grille in the front. It's just going to be a black Ram right across the front. So that, they're responding to the market and everything with like the Ford Raptor. It's all that. So also new leather and a luxury package, I believe, will be added to it, correct?
Right. So that's basically going to be like the luxury package that's in all the rest of the Dodge trucks, with the Alpine stereo, the leather heated and cooled, and like multi-way adjustable seats and all like that. So it'll make it a little bit more of a livable truck. If you remember, before the facelift of the Ram Power Wagon, it was a little bit of a work truck. That is based off the 2500. It is a heavy-duty truck, and it was not really, consumer friendly. It was very, utilitarian, let's call it. But it seems like it's going to get a lot more livable. It's going to get similar seats to the Ram Rebel, with the tire tread pattern going down the center. Really neat. And that should definitely be a truck on your all's list if you need a heavy-duty truck, but you are interested in going off-road. Also, the little Jeep Renegade, if you want to call it a Jeep, that's still up for discussion for some people, but they are coming out with a new trim level called the Desert Hawk. So if you're familiar with the Trail Hawk, it's really similar. It is kind of their off-road Jeep Renegade, but this one's going to have rock sliders and some neat kind of topographic map stickers around the Jeep, and it really should be kind of a neat package. It's going to come in right under $30,000, which is pretty competitive for a little off-road SUV. They do have 4-wheel drive. They do have the what's similar to a multi-terrain Select, and from what I understand, take it with a grain of salt, but they're actually decent off-roaders. It is an actual 4-wheel drive system, not an all-wheel drive system, and they do pretty decent off-road. So Chad and I are about to go on a little bit of a hike. If we see anything cool, I'll have my camera with me, so we'll be sure to record or take some pictures or whatever. But thank you all very much for tuning in for another Taco Tuesday. Again, I really appreciate all the continued support, and you all are the reason that we can afford the seat covers and the grill and everything else that we do to our truck. So we are really grateful for that.
Absolutely.
And at the same point, we do want to help you all out. So whether you want us to be a test dummy or whether you want to just see me build my truck or whatever, feel free to let us know what you want to see. And when the budget aligns, we'll be sure and do that. So thank you all again for tuning in. Have a fantastic week, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.